Hi, I'm Brian Edwards, and this is my crazy hoop story. Now, this is 2011 in Cairo, Egypt. Now, I'm hooping in Cairo, Egypt, and I remember we were headed to a game, and at the game, they told us the game is canceled. Um, you had, they said that there's going to be uh, um a protest, a countrywide protest that's going to take place. And not only will be a protest, it's going to be a riot. The police are going to go, the people are going to go crazy in the streets. Now, you had that panic on one end, but then you had the people on the other end saying, this always happens, nothing's really going to happen. Now, at this time, I had been there already for 3 years and never seen anything happen. People fight, and then next thing you know, they get over it. I've never seen anybody lift their hand to one another. So I didn't really think anything about it. So I went to the club that night. I literally left the game, got my stuff on, and went to the club. I'm not much of a drinker, but that night I drank. I got drunk. And I remember going back home, falling asleep, passing out on my couch, and waking up to a crowd of people chanting outside my balcony. Now, my balcony, my apartment at this time was behind the presidential palace. And as I get up, I don't know how, I managed to grab my camera. I grab my camera, I go downstairs, half hungover, and I'm met to a sea of thousands of people chanting in front of a militarized police force right outside my door. And next thing you know, I find myself literally in the middle of the police and the sea of Egyptian people protesting towards the government, okay? And I'm literally, like I'm instigating a fight. I'm right in the middle of the people, right? And I don't know how I found myself there, but I'm there. Somebody grabbed my arm, and I'm pretty sure it was one of the federal guys, and they were like, "What are you doing with that camera?" And they tried to take the camera from me. And I'm literally snatching my camera back. But because there was so much going on, they didn't fight me too much. But if I would have said, here, or was afraid of them, they definitely would have took my camera. So they didn't want none of this stuff to get out. So as I'm trying to run away, I noticed down the road, there was a group of women still protesting, still chanting. And because there was just like maybe 7 women, the police just ignored them. I don't know why. I just decided to just follow them. And that group of 7 women turned into literally them walking down the street, turned into thousands following them. So as I see this sea of people walking towards the infamous Tahrir Square, something told me, go over to your friend's house. It's another American from Cleveland that was hooping out there. I said it would be better to get over to his house so that way you're not isolated where you are. Because where I was, I'm literally behind the presidential palace. Something's definitely gonna pop off, and they definitely gonna cut that off. And if I don't get out now, I won't be able to leave. All right. So I decided I'll go across town, go over to my friend's house. So I eventually find a taxi driver, and with all this craziness going on, there was a taxi, but the taxi was like, "Look, I can take you where you need to go, but I have 2 other guys in the back seat, and it's going to cost you a lot because it's a lot going on." I didn't care. I said, okay, whatever. So when I get in the car, I look in the back seat. There's 2 guys from Saudi Arabia in the back seat, and you could tell they were dressed to go out. All right, so they were ready to come party, not knowing there was a revolution about to take place. Okay, so we begin to drive, and as we getting closer into town, I realized, shoot, I have to cross over Tahrir Square to get to my friend's house. But I'm still not thinking it's bad, but people just are going to protest. And I'm occasionally hearing bing, 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 bing noises. So now I know that that's either gunshots, that there's cannons getting let off. I definitely smell all the tear gas. At this point, I'm just getting used to it. So we're driving, and as we're driving, I'm still hearing the guys in the back seat. That now, at this point, they're hugging each other. They're crying, snot, get us out of here, get us out of here. We started driving, and then we're trying to take the back streets, trying to avoid all the action that's going on. But we wound up making a wrong turn, because this turn, we wound up turning into an area that was swarmed with the Egyptian citizens, and they were heated and they were hot.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
It was thousands, okay? It was so many people that there was a car in front of us, maybe 5 feet in front of us, that we no longer could see anymore. And they were rocking that car, telling them to get out of that car. They need to be with them. And if you wasn't with them, you were against them, all right? And now I'm worried that they're about to come to our car and do the same. And lo and behold, they start coming to the car, rocking the car, looking inside the car. And if they found out I was an American, who knows what would have happened. Now, at this time, we got the two guys from Saudi Arabia crying and snotting in the back seat.
Okay. Just let it out. Have a good cry. Come on.
The taxi driver was real cool, though, because he was able to talk us out of a lot of situations. Like, guys that knock on the window, pull on the door, he'll just roll down the window, say something to them real slick, and then they'll walk away. But it just kept happening. And there was no way for us to go forward or back, okay? Now, at this point, there's nothing I can do. I can't fight thousands of people. I'm nervous. I'm nervous right now. I'm in Egypt in the middle of a revolution, and there's nothing I can do. My face is full of tear gas. There's two guys from Saudi Arabia behind me hugging each other right now, crying and screaming about getting them out of there. And there's nothing I can do. So all of a sudden I look in front of me and I see this guy walking towards us. He has a yellow crate on his head for a helmet with a yellow blanket tied around his neck like he's some yellow Superman or something. And he had like a staff in his hand, and he started walking towards us. Now I'm really nervous. And I'm nervous for the simple fact that if nobody could have talked this man out of not wearing his stuff out of the house, who the hell gonna talk him out of doing something to us?
Aha! Aha!
So next thing you know, he started walking towards our way. And by the grace of God, the road in front of us just opened up a little bit. And the car that was in front of us took off, and we just pushed the gas. Now, as we pushed the gas, we started to drive, but we were going the wrong way on the road, and we had to go back up an on-ramp to get on the expressway. Now, you go up the expressway like that. Now, we're going the wrong way on the expressway, okay, which is like a bridge over the city. So once you're on this road, you can see the whole city. So we're going up the on-ramp, and then we had to dodge a burning police car that they had torched. We dodged that. We get up on the expressway. Now we're dodging cars coming our way. Next thing you know, we're dodging people. And then we're dodging people trying to burn a burning police truck into the Nile River. Now, we slow down, and as we slow down, I'm scoping the whole city, and the whole city is literally on fire. So now we're driving. We dodge these group of people pushing a burning police truck into the Nile River. going the wrong way on this expressway. We eventually get to an area and the taxi driver just looks at me and says, look, I can't go any further. You got to get out. Now, from this point, I still got like another 20, 30-minute walk. So I get out of the taxi. It was so bad, he didn't even take money from me. He's just like, look, I can't go. So I get out. I started walking towards my friend's place. There's a sea of people walking back towards me. And they're all coughing, gagging, running away from all the action. And I'm walking towards it. And they're looking at me like, are you crazy? Don't go that way. I got to get to my friend's place. All right. So I'm not thinking it's that bad. I'm from Detroit, right? I'm walking and I eventually get to my friend's house and I get up the stairs and my friend just looked at me like, how was your day? Why are you sweating? Is everything good? I'm like, dude, turn on the TV, look at the news, walk outside your house, okay? And the crazy thing about it is his wife was a war correspondent and she's out there in these crazier towns, reporting on the situations. And he had no idea how bad it was out there on the streets. It definitely got worse the next few months. We would literally come outside of practice and there'd be tanks coming in and up and down the street. There was protests still going on, burnings of churches, people blowing up stuff. And I thought that was fitting for this time. All right, peace out.